All right. Tonight's beer I wanted to mention though because it's Avery Brewing's Night Warden, a whiskey barrel-aged stout, and it's fucking killer. I love it.
Wow, you're just gonna start it off with an ad?
I am gonna start off with an ad. I'm not sponsored.
I don't think people do that. Well, I mean, some do. They always have an entry ad and then one in the middle. But people don't just do the ad up front and then nothing else.
Usually not. Maybe you got to get the ad read out of the way. I don't know.
Huh.
I'm practicing for whenever we get ads. Maybe. Once upon a time.
I do get ads.
You do? Do you have to read ads?
I did for the newest one, kind of.
Read ads,
because we did a giveaway, so.
Yeah.
That's fucking
We
tight.
actually have one of them. Or don't. We don't have one of them.
No. Oh, I thought you meant an ad. I thought you were about to run ad roll.
Yeah, we don't have this.
We don't have that.
What the hell? It's so light.
Yeah, it's really light.
It's really light. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have that.
You're not okay. That's pretty cool. You know,
I'm not gonna.
Cool. We're admitting to theft on the podcast. That's cool.
No.
You back.
You know, something I wanted to say. The topic this is all kind of feeding perfectly into. We kind of hit our stride, I think, because it's been a couple episodes as we started with like jokes about cum. Or like what I mean? Or like stat jokes.
We hit our stride. Let's go back to our roots.
That's the roots we. Okay, you're right.
I'm not saying we should go back to our roots. I'm saying it's time for a retrospective of the first 15 episodes or something.
I see. No, it started off bad, which really got you into some shock, and then you got accustomed to it. And over time, we've grown a lot more like amiable to each other, and have learned more pacing. How to, not talk over one another and such. And now you've just become comforted, and because of that scares you. So you want to return back to some of that chaos.
I don't want to return
you want
back.
The chaos back!
Well, maybe a little.
All right.
I think I think it's a good thing that we've grown.
I actually talk a lot. I'm just censored mostly.
That is so true.
I'll talk like 20. Yeah, you won't even hear anyone else. But I sound really quiet.
I mean, yeah,
it's all censored.
It's funny because most of the time it's us sitting here listening to you, and then
I know.
Once the editor gets a hold of it,
it sounds like I'm the quietest person in the room. It's very far from the.
I think it's because he really just gets to the meat of your argument.
Yeah. Yeah, he comes a corner when I'm saying down.
I know. I even when you're not saying anything, I hear your voice come up, and I censor the first at least 5 seconds just in case. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I can't be for sure. Like I can't know for sure. I haven't had to censor anything in a couple episodes either. That's pretty nice. I've cut some things, but I haven't censored anything.
Yeah.
I guess that doesn't count.
Some stuff?
Well, no, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I would love to be able to just upload this raw. Like that would be so cool.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. Well, now that's a challenge.
Last one we didn't have any problems when we just did.
No,
we did that like a couple weeks ago. That last one. I don't think we had any problems.
If by a couple weeks you mean literally a couple minutes, the last one you got censored?
No,
that was months ago.
The one we just did a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago.
Earlier today.
Yeah, the one we did a couple weeks ago today.
Yeah.
Right. I guess here's my question, right? Because we decided originally this podcast there's like 20 unreleased episodes that I still have and will keep forever. But like for the longest time, it was like. Trying to find chemistry, trying to find the stride. You got the awesome fucking recording equipment, which everything I've used pales in comparison. And then eventually, I guess we've decided it's just us three. So it's like, what do we want to like?
I mean, that's what you decided. We live here.
Yes,
you just come over.
You're right. We as in the guy who pays for the Buzzsprout hosting. Like,
I remember a whole lot of channel. I'm gonna have a podcast that's gonna be strictly about D&D and role playing games, and I'm gonna have different people every time. It's not gonna be the same person, and that's how that's the formula. It's gonna work, and I'm only gonna do. And it's now turned
30 episodes later, it didn't fucking work.
I didn't see what was wrong with the other ones.
Look, you've settled for the most common denominator.
Yeah, yes. I have settled for the lowest common denominator. But I guess, like, all right, since I've decided that this is how it's going to be,
there you go.
What do we want to do with it? I'm now opening it up to even though I still pay for it and have the website.
We could play Party Quirks. Every podcast eventually does that.
That's fucking stupid.
That is
anyway,
not
Matt.
Jimmy thing. Jimmy is anti.
I know, that's what would be great.
I know.
Is that we could tell Jimmy that his character is that he's not into Party Quirks and he really doesn't care about playing the game.
That's all
And
three.
there you go. Easy. I'm playing Party
yeah,
Clerks.
it would be immediately we start it, and Jimmy's like, I'm not going to play this. I'm really not comfortable. I don't want to do this. And he'd stand up. And then I would look to you, Matt, and I'd be like, so what is it? Did you get it?
Did you see that episode where they did that?
I love that.
Yeah, they're just like, are we just not going to play? Are we just not going to play? Are you guys just being assholes right now? No, we're not going to play.
No,
like,
we're not gonna play.
They're just part of the course. And it's like, I love that. Yeah, just totally fucking with each
More
other.
physical in that vein. Not only
Ugh.
not playing games we say we're playing, more physical humor.
Yeah,
more
literally.
visual humor.
Yeah, so you're playing the game, but you actively say you're not playing, which is actively playing the game. Yeah,
We're
just to
playing-
frustrate someone else.
We're playing a game of Party Quirks, but like there's like 5-minute gaps of silence while we're playing the game and aren't talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I gotta like. I feel like the reason why I say I feel like we hit our stride is because a couple episodes ago we really got into some. We were laying out GM tip fire, like, and this last one too. We were fucking like we were talking about some high chair shit, some big boy table, you know,
Yes.
I don't know.
shit.
What
And,
do you want us to say about what we want to do? for
Nothing.
the
I
podcast?
it's not like
you're-
I pay you.
I feel like you're fishing.
If
What
we
do
get
you
any,
want?
if we ever get any money for this, it's going to be divided perfectly evenly. That's it, hands down. Like
I don't think
we're
that's
all
gonna. I don't think
stakeholders.
that's
We're
gonna
all
be flush
stakeholders.
with
I don't think
accounting.
it's
All
gonna-
right, you
yeah.
know, there's a whole
What I-
network of people to be paid.
What I'm
here.
trying to say is, I'm one vote. I'm one vote, man.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you do editing, why would I get paid the same as the editor?
No, but I'm saying
Oh, well, because you have the fucking recording equipment, and then I edit it, and
So
then you
I'm-
fucking
I'm
what?
What?
you're our star power.
So I'm
Casey's our star
Easy E.
power. So there you go.
So I'll be easy E in
Yes.
this situation.
yeah,
You be easy E. Look, I guess here's what I'm saying is I love what I've loved about what we've been doing up until this point is that we just we just hang out, man. We just hang out and chat, and it's great. And I think the last few episodes we've had some fucking fire RPG tips, but
Yeah.
it's all it's
but
also okay.
you're saying we're flush out of ideas now. We're running dry.
No,
Like we're
Yeah.
we're really slamming it up against the wall, trying to shake it down for money.
We have. If have you seen Brawl in Cell Block 99
No,
with
what?
Vince
hell's
Vaughn? Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
really?
There's this part where he puts his foot on a dude's face and slides his face across the concrete floor, and his face comes off. And that guy is the podcast, and all of us is Vince Vaughn's foot, and we are just it's just we're already down to the
Who's
bone.
Vince Vaughn then?
We're already down to the bone.
You've connected us to some like
Vince
greater
Vaughn, Vince Vaughn
cosmological
is
thing.
just some motherfucker,
Oh
man.
my God.
He is the muse. He's the violent
I like what,
tendencies of man.
We are the
He's-
foot of the metaphysical Vince Vaughn
Yeah.
of the universe.
I like what
Right.
Casey's implying is that
the
Jimmy,
metaphysical
Jimmy's
Vince
just
Vaughn.
sitting there editing so much, and he's like, "Oh, there's nothing left. I've listened to so much. There's nothing left.
We're on episode 15. We're already out of ideas. This fucking
We're out of
blows.
ideas."
Well, no, all I'm saying is that these past couple episodes we've been on fucking fire to the point where I'm gonna be like, hey, if you're gonna listen to a first episode, this one kicks ass. But we don't have to be on all the time if we don't want to. I'm just saying, like, we can also put out a dog shit episode every now and then.
Oh, so
You know,
this
keep
one
people
can be dog
guessing.
shit?
Yeah.
You're saying we get permission to make this one dog
Oh
shit?
no, you've been doing
It's
that
been
without my
9
permission.
It's been 9
you know?
minutes. Damn, dude.
Bring out the soundboard, man.
Bring out the unmarked soundboard. You have to cycle through every sound in order to find what you want.
Yeah, no, it's just not very good at using.
Hey, I could go back to traditional.
No, we don't need the traditional.
I do think we need that.
Yeah,
But you know what?
those are good.
Here's what. We just talk about some RPG shit. We talk about stuff, but we start with that sound bite. So not only do the viewers know that's not going to be a good episode, but also so we get in the mood.
Yeah. Well,
You
it
know?
can be our like dog shit episode alert.
Yeah, come on. Where's the do the thing,
You
man.
gotta do this.
Come
on. All right, ready?
Go.
We're gonna do it.
Do
Get ready to play it. Get ready to play the sound effect.
Do you have them labeled
Yeah.
even?
Yes, I've had them labeled.
This whole time?
I have to pull it open to label it.
It took you 3 seconds.
It did.
Every
It
other
did.
time we've
It
used
took
the soundboard, you've hit every sound on the board.
When you can just bring up a
And you just
menu,
bring it up.
so you know which one. You're ready.
Oh wait, you want one before that? I haven't done yet.
What?
We have done that one. But I like
That
that
is
one.
pretty fun.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good one.
jack up the volume. There you go. And
That's
you see,
it.
now I'm gonna play the theme
High
song,
class.
and then we're gonna start the
class.
episode.
You supposed. I'm gonna do the regular intro when it's a dog shit episode. All right, get ready to play it.
All right, hold up.
Well, so what's gonna happen is
Oh, wait, I
right,
was on the right spot.
right after the soundbite plays, that's when I'm gonna put in the intro song.
Yeah.
This is all cold open up
Yeah.
until
I could
now.
do the
Right
creepy
now, yeah.
versions of you.
No,
I still got them right there.
I know you do,
See
and
it?
I
Right
appreciate
there.
that. I see that.
It's good.
I appreciate that, but I want the fart noise at 100.
Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
You want it.
Here it
Go
is.
deaf. All right. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's how we do it now.
It's a meta episode.
Yeah.
This is you know what? Technically, we just have to mention the words role playing and game at any point within the hour for it to meet my criteria for being a podcast about role playing games. And if we are talking about a role playing game podcast, that fits the criteria. It just so happens that podcast is also ours.
Yeah.
So, all I'm saying is, yeah, we've hit all the marks. Like we can say we're gold. We hit the content like goal.
100%. What, Matt? What do you want to add?
Like what? We have
What do you mean?
What do you
There's
mean,
so much
what?
more to add.
There's a lot to add.
then we
just got the intro for the dog shit
And then
episode.
it'd be
Now we
more-
gotta have segments.
right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is we
Each
add
part
segments.
of a turd has segments.
Pinch
to it.
one, pinch
Yeah,
two.
pinch one, pinch two.
Well, that's what I was saying before is that make the podcast where it just seems like I'm increasingly getting frustrated at Jimmy just speaking in general.
I like that.
Until at the end, you're like clipping the mic, telling me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, remember that's what I was saying before when we were playing the Star Trek. I was just like, you're just like, hey, what do you think about this? And then you start talking, and I go, shut up! I just want one answer.
yeah,
Stop talking so much. Just say one thing.
yeah.
Answer
just
the
say one
question.
thing.
Like that.
Yeah, no, I like
We
that.
could have a
That's pretty
segment
cool.
where Matt is a rhetorical interviewer. He's interviewing us, but he doesn't accept any of our answers. He has the
That's
answer already.
actually just true.
That's see.
Is that just what it is? already?
I'm formatting for
He
him.
already did it. He already did it. See, he's like, yeah, that's actually already true. You were wrong. It's like he's already in character. I mean, what? Look,
As you say, I'm a contrarian.
we're not. Yeah, we're not gonna have a format.
Well,
this
hold up.
podcast is not about having a format.
You brought
But,
something
like-
interesting. You brought
No,
something.
I was saying to have it for Matt.
Oh,
For Matt.
Wait. Before you go too far,
Jimmy, he needs a little bit of structure.
before
His
you go
learning
too far,
plan.
you've intrigued me. Do you consider me a contrarian?
Yes.
I guess so. I don't feel like I'm a contrarian.
I think that's the least contrarian response you could have.
Yeah. Well,
I guess. I just feel like I asked different questions.
I think.
I don't think I'm contrarian.
No, I don't think. I think when people
You
say,
don't take it back. Don't take it back. Don't take it back. Either I'm contrarian or not. Don't take it back.
I'm not taking it back.
You said yes
you,
without
you're
a
still a
thought.
contrarian.
You said yes without a thought, and now
Uh-huh.
you're going. Actually,
Well, no. I want to define contrarian here.
okay.
I think when a lot of people say contrarian, what they mean is just some fucking hipster who just says they don't like things or things don't work just to say it, and that's you. No, I'm kidding. No, but somebody like we were talking about upstairs, like Casey will give you like an idea. And then you flip it on its head. You're not shutting his ass down. You're
really
not
what it-
being a
really what
shitbag,
it's
but
trying
you're filtering it through your shit, and then it just becomes something else.
It's
entirely. Like,
we're trying to say you're a constant devil's advocate.
yeah.
Examples?
Oh my fucking
Wow,
god! Where do I start?
that was one.
Yeah. That,
Okay.
But asking for evidence is not contrarian
What's
to say.
some,
Well, maybe
Every-
for other people it wouldn't be, but for you,
So taking something without evidence is contrarian?
yeah, just believe whatever I fucking tell
Yeah,
you.
that's not contrarian.
Because remember, I edit the podcast. It's bold of you to assume that anything you're saying right now is going to make it in. I already have a timestamp. Like,
You're
it's
talking
already-
to the void.
It's just gonna.
Am I
be,
in prison?
It's just gonna be you edited saying, "Am I contrarian?" And then Jimmy saying yes, and you
then
saying,
nothing.
"I am a contrarian."
Oh, like I actually go through the
You don't have the
splice
patience.
his voice together. No,
You
not
do
even
not have the
close.
patience.
I still haven't.
You'd be
listened-
surprised the amount of patience you can give him spite.
Revenge is a
saying.
dish
Not-
best served cold,
He's not
baby.
gonna
Yeah.
have spite.
It's a good motivator.
Look, I said I listened to the other episode we recorded last time, but I haven't edited it yet because I said some mean things that I kind of wanted to, specifically about r/RPG moderators and stuff like that I want to take out.
Oh yeah.
And about
Okay.
Matt Mercer and I just kind of want to like remove them, but I can't even get myself to make like a minute's worth of edits. I said that I'm like, ugh. So what I'm trying to say is no, I do not have the patience
That's
to
what
like
I'm
splice
saying.
your
Yeah.
words
No
together.
way.
Like,
I could. Yeah, no way.
yeah.
So, but you are a contrarian.
I don't feel like I embody
I've
contrarian.
stated
I just,
that
it
you
just,
are.
it just.
I don't think you're a contrarian in the way that people would say you are.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. In the way that
Maybe
people would be a shit
that's
about
it. You are not a contrarian. You are contrarian.
That's probably a better
I
way
don't
to
disagree
put it.
with what everyone says, though.
I'm not saying. Well, yeah.
I don't disagree with everything.
No,
you're saying.
but
I think you're looking for a different.
I
word
think
than
that's what
contrarian.
makes.
I think so.
Yeah,
I would
probably.
agree with that.
I agree with
Um,
some stuff. I can be. Somewhat
think of a
contrarian.
word.
Not always.
Yeah, what word?
There we go. I just put some space there so that I can add a sensor there without having to actually.
Oh,
cut
nice.
anything.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that timestamp on that one?
Yeah.
All right.
Cut that. Definitely cut
You're gonna
that.
add a uh-oh. Is that
Whoa.
what you're gonna add?
I'm not. See, I could just do that whenever I want. I don't even have to. I don't need.
Yeah.
doesn't
You're
have to
giving
be shit
yourself
there.
editing after saying I don't want to edit. Why are you doing this
That's
to
true.
yourself?
That's a. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna release.
Now
both
there's
of
gonna
these,
be a
like,
gap,
tonight.
and it's gonna be I'm gonna edit this gap. Nothing.
I'm gonna put something in there. Oh, now I'm like not gonna put anything in.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That'll
Yeah.
be pretty
You're gonna
funny.
forget about it, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get back and you're like, here, I'm gonna say something, and there's gonna be a gap.
We are getting pretty meta because the thing that I have to beep of yours, you said beep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
don't
like
like me.
but I'm still gonna
I,
remove it.
I do
Yeah.
see why. I had a different version of why I said beep.
Right,
I
but
see why you thought I said beep.
It's
Funny how one man's beep can be another man's beep.
I
You know what
totally-
mean?
I thought beep in a different way, but I understood why he thought I said beep, and I understand he would want to edit that, so that's fine.
It's like a cross between Mad Libs and Russian roulette.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
You
I
didn't
get
say
it.
anything. But yeah, it's the context. I can't leave
Get-
anything.
like, you don't get Casey. You don't get to him.
What? I don't ever say anything worth
I've
cutting.
censored Casey before. We've all been censored.
Yeah, but you're just talking about Hanzo.
Oh yeah, that's
You were talking about
well,
Hanzo.
yeah.
And then he had things to add, and I had to
Yeah, he
clarify
had to add
something.
stuff.
well, I
Yeah.
had to clarify, and
Plot.
you had to clarify the clarification.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we showed you to you like 2 weeks later.
Because
Yeah,
Matt
I
was-
watched all three of them. No,
No, just two.
just
two
two.
and three.
The first, 2 and 3, because the first
we
one
doubled
is,
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I think have we talked about our enjoyment with Willy's Wonderland? If we're gonna
We
talk
did.
about another
Whoa.
movie,
Maybe
that was
we
fucking
might
tight
have.
as hell.
We might have. I don't know.
I got
you
the
know what?
shirt. The
We have
shirt
to-
came in.
We know we have to always say,
Huh?
hey, did that Nick Cage movie come out? No, I'll see it when it comes out. We said that like almost every time.
We
That's
do well
true.
because he's had a lot coming out recently.
no,
He
not
had
it's the
Pig.
same one though.
Well,
we
the
were talking
unbearable
about.
weight of massive
Yeah,
talent. Yeah,
I feel like
Unbearable Weight
every
of
time we're
Incredible
like,
Talent,
is
yeah.
it out yet? No.
Yeah, it's not out yet. I really don't know when it's gonna be.
I haven't looked it up.
They're in
I don't-
post production, but and I saw an ad for it. So
Oh my God, you
It would
haven't
show our
you
age.
haven't seen Tigtone.
no.
Oh.
Oh,
I remember talking about this. It was
Yeah.
off the pod, but I do remember talking about this. I would love to watch this. It looks like a
Did?
ton
When you guys
of
talk
fun.
about it?
I
Oh,
probably
two-
brought it up.
remember.
Oh, last time you saw him. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably brought it up.
Yeah.
You would do that.
No, I would love to watch that. You showed me a clip, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sold."
It's
and
like
I totally
50
forgot.
Well,
about it.
you were really busy.
Each
but it's only
episode's like
15
11 minutes.
I was busy. I was.
Well, that's
really
what I'm saying.
busy.
Now we could show it to you, but you're gonna be. You need to go. After this, you said you got work.
I do have to. I do have some
Because
work
it's
I
only
gotta
11
finish
minutes,
up,
but yeah, you,
Yeah.
you gotta get right.
Yeah,
to that.
but it is only 11 minutes. But if you gotta
It
get,
feels
you gotta get
longer.
home, of course.
It-
yeah, yeah. There's no problem. It's
all right.
really
Yeah.
cool.
All
But-
right, I'll watch one.
I'm saying next time.
Yeah.
set a
I'm
time
setting.
for it.
Look,
I'm saying you're
I mean-
busy. We'll tell it. We'll say it's cool, so you get excited.
Yeah.
And then next time.
Next time,
Dude,
next time we can watch one of the very short 11-minute segments because
That's
we'll have tons of time to watch multiple of them because you can watch multiple of them in an hour 'cause it's very easy to watch.
From what I saw, we could watch the entire series in 2 hours.
Probably, yes.
It feels long,
probably.
though.
Well, because
In a
there's
good
20
way.
episodes and they're a max of 12 minutes each.
Yeah, it feels long, though.
So-
I don't know if I would want to. Because it's good, but it feels long.
Yeah.
They really do make it seem like it's a real story.
I mean, good. They packed that shit in. Harvey Birdman was the same way. Like, it was
Oh,
really
yeah.
short, but they, like, you
I
blink
never
and you miss
remember it so
10
short.
jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Smiling Friends, too. Like, a lot of those Adult Swim, like, really good animated comedies and stuff are really short. I'm going to get an HBO Max subscription, I think, because I want to watch all that shit.
Oh.
Then you need to start.
Oh,
you need to start
no.
watching Raised by Wolves.
Yes, I knew you'd
do.
say that.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I do. What are you?
I haven't
what are
seen
you
it.
bitching and moaning? Oh, you haven't seen it? Yeah, okay.
I don't want to see it. Though.
No, I want to see it. It's
Okay.
Ridley Scott, man. I
So
mean, it sounds
it's-
fucked up.
It's the
so
wildest sci-fi I've ever seen.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped for it.
Like,
I'm here.
like
for wild
once I
sci-fi.
once I
balls deep in
watched
Dune,
the first
so-
season step out, I'm like, man, Ridley Scott, you went heavy out of your way to explore your weird particulars with androids in the coolest way.
Now am I gonna go back and watch Alien and just be like, ew? You know what I mean? Like icky, ew.
The whole, that show is unsettling.
Yeah,
And
that sounds good though.
it's so good.
I'm gonna watch it. I'll have time to watch it. I mean, I've been. What happened was like, I've been doing a better job of just like wanted to do shit like for me with my friends and shit like that. And then the holidays happened, which was all about other people. And then my boyfriend came out, which was awesome, but it was like definitely a week of just a ton of stuff. And I feel like since the beginning of December, I feel like a year has passed. So much has happened, and I just kind of want to get to a point where I'm like doing my routine again and coming out and we can just fucking hang and watch what did you call it?
Bears
Tic-tone?
game.
Watch the Bears
Watch
game.
a Bears
I'm
game.
so-
Yep.
I don't ever watch football ever. The only two games I saw were the Bengals and Chiefs and then the Super Bowl, and I'm very sad the Bengals lost.
My
And they were good games.
our latest episode for we had
Yeah.
the highest amount of viewership of any episode so far.
Yeah, what was
Which
that
tell-
number?
Well,
I
it
don't-
aired on this
And it was aired during the
Yeah.
Super, which tells you nerds don't give a damn about the Super Bowl.
right.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
I was watching
Like, they don't
James's
give a
game.
shit.
If because enough of them were able to find me.
Holy fuck! That's probably why because I was at my parents' and I was watching.
Yeah, I
the
was
Super Bowl.
NFL agnostic for like the past actual years.
I like football. Like I like the game.
When I've gone to
Yeah.
a football game, that's fun.
Oh, it
because
kicks
it's like
ass.
you're part of the event. It's there. You eat
Yeah.
some food.
But I don't really follow football. I usually pick a team. Like the reason why I've been rooting for the Bengals the last part of the season because they've never
Underdogs.
won a Super
Yeah,
Bowl
it's
before.
Heavy underdogs.
Yeah, so I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Everyone
like
loves a good
30
underdog story.
decades.
So
Yeah.
whenever I go, like I've gone to a lot of like Broncos games and stuff, and I've always rooted for the Broncos because they're like local and shit like that. And I've never needed any more reason. It's not like when I go to hockey games where I don't even give a shit about what team wins. I just want to see people beat the shit out of each other. That's the only reason I go.
Yeah.
College hockey, like oh my god,
Murder.
yeah, like manslaughter. Like it's crazy. But I like it. But I wish I would have because I guess I didn't watch that last episode live. Then I guess I watched it in retrospect. I guess I went through it in retrospect.
It started
Yes.
4:45.
Yeah.
Or 5. It was
Yeah, that's
still
when the
started
Super
late.
Bowl started, like 4:30 or whatever. So
Yeah.
it
It started
was-
like at that moment. Yeah.
the halftime show was cool. Did you hear about that?
I heard it was cool. I haven't
It
seen
was Dre and like everybody he signed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Kendrick. It was Snoop. It was 50 Cent.
I've
it's
heard good things. I hear, hey, I hate diversity, and that was really cool. I only heard those two things.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I
Literally,
really,
I haven't heard any between either. It was really cool.
it's
Or
one.
they have a reason.
It's
They have a-
bizarre. It's literally one or the fucking other, and especially because it's like not even like some diversity inclusion. It's like no, it's like very very famous '90s Californian rappers. Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
that literally
Like,
the day of, I was like seeing like something about diversity, and then people saying that was really cool. I was like, There's no middle.
I-
This is weird.
I
There's
don't
no
even want to
middle.
look. In that case, if that's what happened, I'm glad that I wasn't paying attention to any of the online shit around the
I never
Weeknd's
saw
halftime
it,
show.
but that's
I'm,
what I
the
heard.
Weeknd's
I'm
halftime
glad
show
that
is
I'm
fucking
no good at
amazing.
paying attention. I don't pay attention at all.
Yeah,
way-
that
way
is
nicer.
good. No, that is good because you know what? So fucking story of my life, paying attention to the wrong shit, man. Like literally, it's just getting all my brain all wrapped up in some shit that doesn't even deserve my attention.
Yeah,
you know
I've
what I
had
mean?
so many games where you've had everyone on the other side of the table behind the DM screen going, "Yeah, this game's awesome, it's fun," and meanwhile you're on the other side going, "It's disintegrating in between my fingers.
Shut
it's
up.
done.
Shut up.
This shall be returned to the fire, and
Shut
ash
up.
shall become and never again."
Shut up. Be quiet. Shut up.
So many.
So many. That is like, I mean, I guess to get our obligatory RPG talk out of the way, let's just rain fire down on me.
Yeah, let's,
You know,
let's get 'em.
because it has been. I want some. So I'm gonna give my perspective, and I want you two to give like the rawness.
Yeah.
Right? So my perspective is, I went through for years and still kind of do, but definitely less, but still noticeable, where it's like I start a game in a system, then I either can't do the concept or can't do the system anymore, and I change it, and I try to power through anyway, and then it all fucking disintegrates, and then I do it again and again and again, and it led to 2 years of pretty much just straight burnout. The fact that I'm still running games is amazing, but the games that I've run Burning Wheel, I've run Delta Green, I've run, Into the Odd. Now, like, I'm still going through a lot, and it's gotten to the point. Like, the reason why I made Plug and Plover and saying, hey, here's the type of products I'm going to make, and here's how I'm going to do it, is because I'm done. I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And it's like, I keep doing it to myself. And if I don't make myself fucking stick to something, and I don't even know if this is going to work, but if I don't make myself stick to something, then I'm fucking dead. It's like I'm going to burn out forever. And Burning Wheel is always there. Burning Wheel is always nice and there forever. But like it's like, fuck, man, I can't keep doing this to myself, especially because of what it's done to my players. You know what I mean? What's done to people who played with me.
Yeah.
So that's my perspective on the issue. Let me know if I need to timestamp whatever you guys are gonna say.
So
about
my
me,
perspective
but-
is, first off, you did a roast wrong. The person that's being roasted is never allowed to defend themselves or explain themselves before the roastees have that.
But I didn't know this was an official roast.
You called for the roast.
I wasn't thinking of a roast in the like sense of like
you made the declaration of a roast
Did I?
that immediately then brings up the regulation of how we then go by procedure of doing a roast. Now I
what
don't
are
know.
you, Comedy fucking Central?
You took out all the steam, like you explained, like your
Oh.
whole trouble and suffering.
Well,
and,
I said
and
it
coming,
as-
and coming back to terms
Fuck
with
you.
with your
Oh, fuck you. This wasn't supposed to. I wasn't thinking it was. I was literally being here like, here's how I see it, but I want to know how you guys see it, and I don't want to
All
roll
right.
back. I wasn't here sitting like, all right, I'm in my chair.
He's muddying the
fucking-
waters.
So that's just my technical viewpoint. Anyway, let's get to our
Fuck
actual points.
you.
Matt. Anyway, Matt,
Contact wrangling motherfucker.
how you see it?
Let's have a format on the podcast. I'm Casey. Let's have a roast on the podcast. Let's start each episode with a fart noise. I'm Casey.
You're the one that wanted it. What the fuck?
I can't hear that for shit. You really got to crank that up.
Drink that.
So,
Not important.
Well, what are you gonna say to Matt? Now that I've completely ruined all momentum.
we're gonna hear his take on your DMing.
I just thought you were
Your
a very
legacy.
particular person.
All right, so you're a contrarian and I'm particular.
I'm not contrarian. You're just very.
You're
have a very
particular, yeah.
What is contrarian about saying you're a very particular person?
What? No, I'm not. I'm just saying that if we're throwing out labels here, I mean,
Yeah.
if what do you mean by
It's a-
particular? Like what?
You
I
know
wanna
what you want, and you struggle.
But
to
I
find
don't.
That.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So I know what I want, but I struggle finding it.
Yeah.
So what?
It obviously is a conflict with you.
You know
It
what
is
you
conflict.
want, and
What
you
do I want? I
struggle
don't know what I
finding it.
fucking want.
Yes, but you're looking for it
Yeah.
because you know what you want.
But This doesn't. All right.
I shouldn't have let him go first.
You should not have let him go first.
He went past roast. He is into psychoanalysis.
I don't even know what
True.
this is.
I'm thinking
This is a
about
perfect.
I'm
You're
thinking
talking
about it
in donuts.
I'm thinking about it more in his like an overall feeling.
I think you're right, but in the sense that it's like I keep chasing something I don't know what I want, so I gotta force myself to pick something or I never will, and it's gonna be the same cycle of misery forever.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
Well, because you're just like, man, this game doesn't feel right. There is going to be something that feels right. So then you try again, and you're like, how do I get back to this? My idea of what it feels right. Okay, try again. But this isn't feeling right.
But that's the thing is like I feel like there is instead of it I keep thinking like in terms of oh my god I need to find the thing that feels right. But what's actually happening is me not realizing there will always be something that feels wrong. Like there's not going to be a perfect way to run.
Right,
things.
Yeah,
because
you're
things,
just being the Jerry
Contrarian.
Seinfeld finding girlfriends on the show. They always find something wrong with them and can't have a relationship.
That's true.
That is
It was
exactly
always
what it is.
It's
You
always
going,
something small.
oh my god, I found this new game system. It's amazing. I love it. It's so cool. It does come from a 3.5.
She doesn't
technically.
recycle.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she
you know,
doesn't
that's probably
recycle.
that's not a huge problem. And then the next time we'd see you, we'd be
I
like,
broke up
"How's
with
that
her."
system?"
Yeah.
And you're going, "It's she." She
got
had this
man hands.
initiative system, and it was so annoying. I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
And we're like, "What are you talking about?"
I wanted to use all the dice, like all the different shapes of
We're
dice.
we just had her over. We were playing the game. It was great. It was
remember
wonderful.
those episodes. Yeah.
You know what? I'll take. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take calling myself the Jerry Seinfeld of game masters. That sounds I like
No.
that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's do that. Yeah.
I agree with
No,
Jimmy.
thank you for that. Yeah.
I do like that.
I do like that too.
Are you snickering behind it? I think it is good.
No, I think so too.
What is he doing?
No, I agree. Jerry Seinfeld
I
is
can't.
that.
All right.
Yeah, but
What's
you
wrong
think
with
you
Jerry
keep,
Seinfeld?
you keep saying that, but you make a face
So-
afterwards. That makes me
Because
not trust you.
I'm trying to see
He's
if
Kramer.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I Kramer?
You're
Because I feel like Casey and like Ben are
It's
Kramer.
about the inventive energy
You know what?
that you bring.
I feel like Casey
No.
and Ben are Kramer because they'll walk up and have really dumbass ideas for characters, but they'll do 400 damage.
You're Matt. You're Kramer because you say random shit, but you're lovable.
Random shit?
Hang on. Hang on.
It's
Hang on. Don't take your fucking hand away from me. Get over here. You shouldn't be thinking about why am I Kramer. We should be thinking about between Casey and Ben, who is Elaine and who is George.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's the more you and me win out. I'm Seinfeld, you're Kramer. We win out.
He
we
lost
win.
his whole career.
Well, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
What?
on, because if we're going to go back to the real... So yes, Jerry has problems with girlfriends, but the thing is, Costanza
yeah.
has the exact same issue, and even to a worse extent than
Yes,
Jerry does.
true.
Yeah, because George, first of all, can't even get girlfriends. And the moment that he does, it's like,
He ruins it. Yeah.
He
completely ruins it.
Yeah, still ruins it.
at least Jerry lets him down gently, usually. You know what I mean? He just breaks it off.
He usually
George,
brings him in a car and gets some coffee. I mean, that's what he's done.
so we win.
Again, I don't have like crazy ideas. I say it's Casey and Ben that have that.
No. I think
They'll show up with random character ideas.
You think of things in like he was saying, like when you're building stuff for when you're writing stuff for the shit.
Yeah.
Like he feeds something to you, and you think about it in such a different, revolutionary way that none of us would have thought of, and it fucking elevates the entire thing. Like it's great. It's cool. It's a perspective I don't have.
That most of the
Yeah,
times you have
like-
to stop and just go, "Wow, what an idea to begin with."
It's like we bring stuff to you specifically to get your perspective on it because it's a type of perspective that like it's like the dark side of the moon. It's like I wouldn't even know how to look there.
What is Casey then?
Was Casey done?
What is he then? If I'm Kramer, I'm gonna keep going back to this.
Yeah, we got to
So
figure
you're
out.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, I'm Seinfeld.
The show. You're the show.
I'm
You're
the man.
You're the
No,
whole
no,
show.
I'm the
Is
man.
Casey Larry David?
I am Larry David. I'm
I
not
would
even
say
in the
so.
show. I'm just the writer.
You know what? Sure. I think mostly because I don't want to assign Casey, Elaine, or George because either way I feel that's insulting.
George's hilarious.
Elaine's great.
Elaine's
I
fucking
think.
great. No,
Elaine's
Elaine's fucking great. She's amazing, but at the same time, like I feel like in terms of popularity, she's not as her character is not as popular as like Jerry and
Yeah, but
Kramer.
I guess it's what
Guess
they
so.
do.
But Julia Louis-Dreyfus is an incredible actress. His hands down.
Yeah, I think
love her stuff.
Elaine's is just a fun character because
She is.
Yeah.
The dancing episode is one of my favorite
Like-
episodes of all time.
like
where she
of
busts out that dance.
all of them, you probably look at the cast of Seinfeld would be like, well, Elaine's pretty much the most like normal until you then see how she reacts to situations.
Yeah.
And usually it's Elaine who will go like the darkest and farthest that
Well,
any of them need to.
If you were doing the Seinfeld to Always Sunny pipeline, D is Elaine.
100%.
Because D, not most of the time, or a lot of times, D still plays a straight man. You know, she still will do that. But then when she does do something, it's nuts.
Well, she's playing the straight man because she's not involved. And then when D gets involved, then she's not at all.
It's a mess,
Yeah, she's like absolutely. She's just a straight man because she thinks she's better than everybody when she's not involved.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she's involved, there's absolutely no difference.
It's pretty great.
They're all insane.
If someone was I'm the Elaine, I'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine, that's whatever. But let's say if someone says, oh, you're the George of the friend group, it's like,
yeah, do you consider yourself a George?
Ooh, I'm not fucking George. That's a hot potato. I'm passing somewhere
else.
else.
So you can't. So Casey's George, but you will never touch George.
So
Casey's not George. I just said he's Larry David.
This is a great game. This is you. It's you do a podcast and you have to find out who each of the people for Seinfeld. And everyone keeps hopscotching George. You just have to. You keep hot potatoing George.
Well, that's why it's an incredibly hurtful game because somebody has to be George.
The rule is by the end of the podcast, someone has to be George.
I'd rather be George than Kramer. I'd rather be George than Kramer.
Why would you rather be George than Kramer?
I guess I haven't
just call the podcast an interview with George Costanza.
I guess I haven't seen it in a while because I guess Kramer always has these fun ideas.
Well, at least,
but then he goes in off and messes it up himself.
See, here's
Kramer,
the thing.
Matt. Kramer's the kind of guy to burst in the room and go, "Hey guys, you want to go into the toilet? I just got a $800 freaking toilet seat. It's amazing. Blast you right up your ass. Whoa!
Oh, look at that! Wow, that is a Kramer thing to do.
Landmine cat.
Landmine cat. Yep, your landmine cat idea.
Kramer is a deadbeat, but he has the confidence and the charm to pull it off. Jerry is a petty piece of shit, but at least he's got money and he's a popular comedian. George Costanza is petty and a deadbeat with none of the benefits.
No.
At all.
What about Newman?
Newman is
Newman's a foil.
Yeah, Newman is
he's just a jackass.
He's just a foil.
Newman is also like too full of himself to really fully hate.
Newman's also voiced by Larry David in the first season when you never see Newman on character.
That's
on
true.
Screen. Yeah.
That's true.
You hear him yelling, and it's Larry David's voice.
Kind of like George's boss in the later seasons. Has Larry David just going off on a rant. Yeah. No, I don't think you want to be George.
How would you turn Seinfeld into a 2D20 game? All right, let's talk about
Star Trek?
Threat spends, momentum spends, fucking... That's a great question.
Social tension.
Yeah, a lot of
Seinfeld
social
2D20.
tension.
Well, it's all social tension and misinterpretation.
That is all the threat is you just alienating
Pride.
everyone
It
around
actually
you.
works perfectly because all of those stories is the characters doing
Pride.
things, putting momentum into the world, and then getting feedback that twists back in the worst ways.
Yeah, and it's
Threat
almost
that
always
returns on them.
negative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, their HP is their pride because they'll never let their pride go.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
what
Their stress
Sonny.
is their pride.
That's what Sonny added was that they're even worse people and they can't get rid of their pride. And Seinfeld was they couldn't get rid of their pride.
You're passing by a lady who just dropped some of her groceries. You can either help her and take some damage to your pride, or you can just walk on by and some threat will.
Does it
to the
generate
pool.
Well, you can help her and make you look
or
like
you
you're
could
good.
you could help her to generate momentum,
Yeah.
and it turns out it leads to a date. But you didn't like the type of groceries she buys. You're not sure if you live with someone who keeps fish in the fridge. And then another character's like, "Well, where else are you supposed?" Elaine's like, "Well, where else are you supposed to keep fish?" And it's like, "I don't know. Maybe in your own fridge and on my mini fridge."
All your values are actually escapes of how you're not, why you can't commit to a certain
Oh,
thing.
you can't
the whole
commit,
thing
yeah.
is trying not to commit, and whoever at the end of the session has committed to something lost the session.
That's incredible.
That's true. They can't commit to anything. Yeah.
They do have huge commitment problems. That's amazing.
Well, they have commitment problem because by the nature of the show of the status quo, they can't have commitment.
Right.
And it's a big deal if they do.
Well, and
Right,
so
which turns them into assholes,
What would
you
be
know, 'cause
what
they
would
can't
what would be
commit.
interesting is whoever ends up committed to something at the end of the session. And everyone else that wasn't committed, they get like mechanical milestone. That person that was committed, they get reputation. because their character was then attached to something story-wise.
Oh my god!
It already,
So it's
my
constantly trying to
God.
make your character not get attached to the world so that more hijinks don't keep piling up on you back.
But all their values their values are constantly like, I want to get a girlfriend. So you can't commit to the girlfriend, but you're trying to get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Seinfeld 2D.
Seinfeld 2D20.
Modifius, I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you if you make Seinfeld 2D20. I swear to God.
I
this
immediately
is
thought
like-
it worked because it's literally just like, you have a pride, you can't commit, that's it.
Yep.
Same thing with Star Trek. You're not really committing. You get rewards, but you're not in the same planet. Same thing. You just can't commit. And it's,
God,
you
that's
fight that.
amazing. God, that's
And
amazing.
you could just do petty stuff, and it would work just fine.
God, that's so cool. And
And then Delta Green, add Delta Green to it. Everyone's
And then,
Supernatural
and then,
Wars,
and then monsters, statted NPCs are the other members in the setting that have as much pride as the people do.
Or like,
And so that's
like,
where conflict
like,
happens.
Like, or just like you have Newman, you have the dentist that Bryan Cranston plays, you have Putty, like Elaine's long-term boyfriend.
But so instead, the HP would be people's pride, and so you'd be interacting, only ever doing combat with other prideful people. And so combat would all be verbal and social.
using
damaging
assets
people's-
and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I realized?
And so you're like injured pride, you have to go away for the scene.
Every single person, like in Always Sunny, every single person who's been around the gang is worse off for it.
Yeah.
Cricket is like a crazy extreme example, but even people like Putty or stuff, it's not necessarily that they become worse because he's dating Elaine, he becomes worse because he's dating Elaine, but because you learn more about him and you're like, this guy's weird. You know what I mean? So like, it's all of the people that your hijinks draw in to become more people who were like you.
You know how I would do the momentum for a party-based game like this?
How?
Have it so that the pool would be based on a do it like hot potato in a manner. That you can keep using stuff, but whoever uses the last of something, that's what immediately gives complications. So for instance, like you do a combat scene. A lot of the combat is typically trying to avoid horrible, awkward social situations. So you do threats to build up obstacles that people have to get through, and that way the party is using momentum from the table or whatever to get out of the scene, and then whoever can't get out of the scene.
Like whoever's stuck in the scene.
The thing is that there's always less momentum than there are players, so that someone will always get stuck in the scene, and thus they'll have a consequence to lead into the next scene that develops the story.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah,
that's
because
fucking amazing.
It would be it's the whole thing of like everyone's trying to get out of I almost lost my train of thought, but like the whole thing about pride is you give the DM a threat in order to do something really cool that would prevent pride, like to keep up your pride. Well, in Seinfeld, doing that makes it worse for you later. Usually, like trying to do something like you look better makes it worse because now people will recognize you.
It'd be like this guy is asked if you can babysit his house for a day or two while he's going camping.
Yeah.
No,
You
I gotta
go over there,
barbecue.
and while you do, go ahead and give me a check. You're doing some reception or whatever. All right, so you're messing around. There's some food in the fridge. You left a note. Oh, you were successful with your check. You find that he has his Netflix login here with the login written down. If you'll spend some threat, you can take that login back.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
And that gives you advantages for other things.
that is like. But
So
that's
then-
also
so it's
also a perfect Seinfeld plot. Is quibbling over whether it was ethical to take his Netflix login.
so then,
like,
but you spend the threat to get an advantage. So then you get into the next scene. You're like, now I can invite this NPC over to the house. I'll spend the advantage. I have this Netflix login, and they're like, oh, I'm very impressed.
And then
so then you're using it.
and then the DM spends threat and goes, "Wait, I know this."
Then there's a
account
knock
number."
at the door because he spent the threat, and you're like, oh crap, it's him.
it's him. I've been filling his fucking Netflix history with all my bullshit,
Well,
and there's
it-
no way he doesn't know it's me.
Well,
like,
you'd spend threat, and he already changed the password, and you're like, "I thought we were gonna watch this movie."
now you ruined the date.
Yeah.
So this is how you do a social combat only game.
Well, no. It's not just a game about social combat. It's a game about nothing.
It's a game about nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Can this happen? Can we run 2D20
You know,
Seinfeld?
This might be easier to build real quick than the D&D one. Let's do this one for a jump stone.
Let's
Or, yeah,
build.
yeah.
Let's build.
2D20.
I fucking just literally we were using for
Curb
video,
your-
of course. Just have the logo and just have like a pixelated stretch like image of the cast.
We'll
on the
just
cover,
create
like,
Curb Your D20, and so the
Curb Your
yeah,
D20.
yeah. So
Yes, this is happening.
The
This is
character
happening.
creation process is all about flaws and making your character lame
Like,
and unlikable.
worse.
and the
kinda
thing is,
game.
yeah, and
My
so
kinda
we
game.
build games where having more flaws means you're doing more stuff mechanically. And then you can have like a character that's like a social tank where it's like, yeah, I can stand being left in the scene and carrying a
We're
story
doing
for
this.
a bit. That
We're doing
sounds
this.
like it could be fun.
I'm gonna add this to the other. Oh my god, I got so many fucking irons in the fire now. This is what? Can we please
Curb your
do
D20.
Curb Your D20?
Yeah.
That's happening.
Yeah,
This
'cause
counts as copyright. Hey,
event happens for the episode.
Yeah.
They deal with the event.
in the case this is being played at a trial for IP law,
Yeah.
to my defense attorney, you're looking good, King. I like the beard. I like the beard king,
And if he
Yeah.
doesn't have
Yeah,
a beard,
thanks.
If he doesn't,
Get
and if he
one,
doesn't have a
sucker.
beard, or get one, and whatever. To the prosecution, to the prosecution, like, fuck you,
Yeah.
imagine it is being shown.
I feel like so how you do this Curb Your D20 if you're gonna build a whole D20 system, you got to have some more modular systems built either upward or downward in it. So you'd want some even more like ingrained social combat dinner scenes or like
dinner party.
yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna talk about this.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's not gonna be a very long book. Like it's gonna be a short product.
Yeah,
but
you're not gonna need
I
much.
want to play Curb Your D20.
Sounds like a fun
incredibly
one
bad.
shot.
Well, it'd
It
be like,
does.
yeah, there's something that happens.
Probably Fiasco.
I mean, every character needs a reason why they need to be involved with this thing, and then there will be repercussions for doing certain things.
I mean, we could just play Fiasco in the style of Seinfeld.
I guess
Actually,
so, yeah.
that would probably work too. Because here's the problem too with this: you'd have to have a GM,
Yeah.
and it's like I almost feel like everyone at the table would want to play. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun to poke at.
What would you
characters.
call the GM?
Well, so
Yeah,
the thing
that
is,
fun.
you could try out doing if it's a simple enough system and everyone get their hands on it. You could try out the Gods Are Crazy from 5th edition. Everyone has a plot point. Everyone can be the DM at any time.
Oh, I love that. I do like that a lot.
Huh,
Yeah,
I don't know if it'd work for this system.
I actually wanted to add that onto Burning Wheel.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Burning Wheel can be run GM-less. It's just there's a very few specific things that you need a GM for.
Yeah.
So I want to make it to where anyone can be a GM and you can steal being the GM. And that would make a game that's already fucking chaos go unmanageably off the chain, which I also feel is kind of cool. Because if you're playing Burning Wheel, you shouldn't be able to manage what's going on. It should be a clusterfuck all the time
Yeah.
of fantastic Tolkienian proportions. Where is that rule at? Is
That's
it
in the
DMG?
DMG. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. It's in the modular
yeah.
section. No
I
one
really
looks
like
at
that.
it.
I look at
reads.
that shit all the fucking time. The modular
I
section.
thought he's talked about the Gods Must Be Crazy before.
Has
Yeah,
it?
you said you like the DMG.
I love the DMG. I've talked about it before. I love the 5th edition DMG. I think it's one of the best role playing books ever made.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's got everything you need.
Does it have the Seinfeld adventure?
No, but I am going to
Okay.
add the Seinfeld theme as the exeunt. It's a return to form, It
Form?
really is.
The primordial what?
Primordial goo. Primordial Seinfeld goo.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there's actually a lot to look at for 2D20 because not all of it's threat and momentum. Conan calls it doom and momentum or something. And
Right.
I don't even remember
Dune.
using
I don't know what Dune calls it.
Oh, we never
It's
did.
I think because technically after each iteration they're developing the game like 2D20 in general as
Yeah.
well. I don't think they've called threat and momentum anything different after Conan.
Mm,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure it's always been the same from then on out.
Well, we'd call it something different just to make it more Seinfeldy.
Hey,
We'd call it some
Cringe. Boom, ba, bang, 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 boom, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, so the thing is, just like 2D20 is built for Star Trek, we'd have to build it to feel like a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
So there'd be like transition scene. So there's a rule in Star Trek I haven't used it yet because it's a really harsh rule, but you're allowed to spend a certain amount of threat and just end a scene. But being able to like give that to some players so they can just like Be like, oh no,
I'm out.
Hey, so you got to go give him a ride. So bye. End
Yeah,
of
bye.
scene.
I got because that happens all the time.
Next scene, you're
that
having to give
happens
him a
all
ride.
the time in Seinfeld. It just ends like Elaine will just leave because she's like, oh, I gotta go do something, and then that's it. Like,
So
fucking...
wouldn't that be great? Is instead of inspiration, every player can end a scene once per session.
Especially because they don't even they did that because the players. The characters would actively avoid their problems.
Yeah.
So they end the scene prematurely because they're trying to get out of
Which
the
could
problem.
be great. That could set up other things. It's like the DM's like, all right, there's a knock at the door. All right,
Yeah.
I open the door. All right, the plumber's there. No, I'm not doing this. End scene. Cool. You go to the next scene.
You're
3
in a date
scenes down the
with
line, the plumber's back. Like, I'm back for you. I was rescheduled. You didn't show
You
up.
shut the door in my face.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know what that was about. Or you say, "Oh well, I can picture you're like, oh well, I cancel." It's like, no, sir, you shut the door in my face. You
Or
looked
like,
right in my face and shut the door.
A
Like,
scene later, he was just there for maintenance. A scene later, you're on the phone trying to get a plumber because the toilet's backfilling. You're like, oh man, he was just here. Damn
it, shit.
So,
yeah.
I mean, you could have monsters that go in, they attack people's pride as their HP. And so, yeah, you could just end a scene and be like, I'm getting too damaged. I'm going to end the scene. Cool. Threats added to the pool. That scene's finished. It will return.
Bang, 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 bang. Yeah. No, I am a big fan of fucking Curb Your D20. That's the goal.
idea.
That's the play.
And if you get injured, that means you can't show up in the next scene. Oh, no, that might have real consequences.
That could be really bad. You stood up your girlfriend or
Yeah,
whatever.
Season finale.
And now you
stuff
gotta do
going
some
on.
fucking crazy shit that generates a lot of threat to make it up to her.
Yeah.
But you're driving, but then the GM spends a ton of threat on you, like trying to like fucking.
Yeah, you sleep in on someone's wedding.
Yep. Yep.
Where are you? You're my best man.
God, man, this show just writes itself.
You
man.
know,
This game
you
just
know
writes
what? As
itself.
funny as this is, this type of game would also have the most like dramatic and heart-wrenching scenes at times, because of the style of play it's asking for.
Yeah. Yeah, but it can't. But it's a comedy. So
Yeah, it
can't
could be.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty sad when George's fiance died.
Yeah.
But then they also just all immediately just bowled
I guess
over
that's
it.
balanced out by the other characters. Yes, your character could be heavily affected by how horrible the scene has gone for you.
And everyone's just
Anyway,
like-
someone else goes, end scene, I'm going to the
Yeah.
doctor.
Well, and also everyone else, everyone else is like, "Ooh, this is sad and awkward to be around. I'm gonna leave." You know, like I don't like being. I might be your friend, but I'm not supportive of you at all whatsoever. Moment going gets tough, I'm out.
Yeah.
Fuck, man,
It's a funny idea.
it's a good time. I think that's about it. We got less than 30 seconds. Any last words? Wow, that's not.